How strong is Jack? Now, the main antagonist from the Zou arc, Jack, is one of the most controversial characters I've ever witnessed. The fan base argued about him throughout the whole Zou arc, and the biggest argument was how strong Jack was. Jack the Drought, a calamity, one of 3 calamities on Kaido's crew. We assume he's one of the top 3 commanders on Kaido's crew. He brings droughts where he goes, destruction. Jack's Drought fruit is an ancient type mammoth. So honestly, if you got an ancient type mammoth, like that's unique in itself. It's not just a regular zone, it's an ancient type. Also, you gotta understand that because we've seen Jack in his regular ancient type mammoth form, he did okay. We've seen him in his human form, which seems to be better, but imagine Jack in his hybrid form. So the fact that I believe he has a hybrid form, and there's definitely going to be an awakening involved. We're getting to the awakening territory ever since the Dressrosa arc kind of brought it back ever since that bolt down. So I'm hyped to see the Drought fruit of Jack more explored. Something we found out during the end of the Zou arc is Jack is actually a half fishman. Now it's crazy because that probably adds, and we know that fishmen are 10 times the strength of regular human. Like, just adding on these things that put up his strength, Jack is seeming like a freak of nature. Another thing to mention is Jack has the highest known bounty in the whole entire One Piece story. He's the first person to surpass 9 figures, as he is at the 9 figures level, 1 billion berry bounty. It's crazy, it's astronomical to think about. I remember back in the days, people used to speculate Dragon would have 1 billion, Goldie Roger had 1 billion, Whitebeard had 1 billion. But to see that Jack, not even a Yonko, Jack, an underling to a Yonko, has 1 billion, it shows you that it's crazy to think how strong this dude is. Now, Jack the Drought has had many battles. Now, we have not really seen all of these battles, but he has had many battles so far in the story of One Piece. The first one I want to talk about is Fujitora. Jack versus Fujitora, Sengoku, and Sue. Now just think about that. That's Jack, one of the top, let's say one of the top commanders in Kaido's crew, versus an admiral, a prime admiral, a former fleet admiral, and a vice admiral. Now that's just crazy to think about, that he actually went and fought them. Now we know he was defeated, and honestly, it's understandable. He had too much against him, but that's crazy to think that he was that confident in his strength. Jack is a crazy mofo. Jack the Drought versus Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. Now this fight is one of the most controversial fights. Some people say that Jack is weak for using the weapon, but honestly, just think about that. We've seen many times in the story of One Piece, Ace versus Jinbei, that went on for 5 days and 5 nights. We know that Aokiji versus Akainu, I believe that went on for 10 days, I believe. It might have been 5, I'm not too sure. Jack the Drought fought Inuarashi and Nekomamushi. Now, Nekomamushi was said, like Sanji and Capone, you saw that more, Nekomamushi was said to be really strong. Then we know that Luffy said himself that Inuarashi is crazy strong. Now, these guys were fighting for 5 days and 5 nights, not together, they were taking turns, so they had their rest and Jack didn't. So it's crazy to think that this guy, and still they couldn't take him out. Wanda said it herself, they couldn't take him out. So Jack, that just shows another thing to put to his strength. And finally, I want to talk about Jack versus Zou. Now, this is one that a lot of people went and said that Jack was pretty much a scrub after this. And honestly, after Jack fought Zou, I actually never lost any respect for him. This is Zou and Island, as Island is fighting him. And honestly, when the trunk of Zou went to attack, it went dark. The whole sky went dark. How do you stop that? Honestly, I don't know many characters in the One Piece story that can stop it. If there is any character in the One Piece story that can stop that, it's crazy to think about. Like, do you see characters stopping that? Like, it was huge. So Jack in the story has had some controversial fights, and he has he has multiple losses, but look at these losses and look at the controversial fights. A lot of these stuff are hyping him up. Yeah, let's be honest here, he has a 1 billion berry bounty, he has an ancient type mammoth Drought fruit. Let's be honest here, Oda wouldn't give him all this hype for nothing. Jack is going to be explored. I'm telling you right now, he is strong, really strong. I'm about to give my verdict right now, but calm down the Jack hate. I've seen a lot of Jack hate back in the past. You gotta respect that dude, Jack. Now, honestly, I have Jack on Doflamingo's level. Now you're thinking, where is Doflamingo's level? Honestly, I have people who have been talking about Admiral, all this stuff. I feel like Doflamingo can fight an Admiral, but he will lose high difficulty. I have the same feeling with Jack. I feel like he can fight an Admiral, but if the Admiral beats him, it's gonna be one of the toughest fights for that Admiral. That's where I have Jack. I have characters like Doflamingo like that. I have characters like Marco like that. Maybe even Sabo. Sabo, I'm not too sure. Maybe Sabo too. So I have characters like that. High difficulty. I see them losing to Admirals, but they're there. They're on that level. They can fight them with Admirals, and it's gonna be a tough match. So Jack, you can see where I have him in strength. Nothing deteriorates from what I've saw, to be honest. And I'm excited to see the other calamities. But that's my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Like and share if you enjoyed. Like and share only if you enjoyed. And subscribe for more One Piece videos. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.